Hey everybody, Ben here from Cinderblock Studios, and today I am sitting on my front porch, what little of it there is, sipping on what's left of some sort of weird vodka thing. Enjoying the neighborhood. And I wanted to talk a little bit about inspirations. How to get them, where to get them, and other things of the sort. This is How to Be an Artist Part 5, I think? I don't know. It's in the title. So when you ask an artist, where do you get inspiration? That is a broad topic, depending on which artist you ask and how you ask it, I feel. Whether you meet an artist at a show, whether you talk to them online, whatever it happens to be. The idea of inspirations is odd. It's different. It is not something that I feel a lot of people talk about super often, which is why I think this is a good topic for today. So, where do you get inspirations? What happens? So I was watching a number of old videos that I've seen before, but talk about this idea of where to get experience, where to get information, where to get inspiration. And it's this idea of, if you want to be inspired, you have to go and get inspiration. You can't just sit and let it come to you. I would say a big opponent of the idea that inspiration comes out of nowhere. It doesn't. It doesn't just pop out of nowhere. At least, not usually. I would say 99% of the time. Wow, dogs, man. Inspiration comes from a source, whether it's not a source you recognize right away or something that is more strange. It is something that, wow, that's really distracting. So inspiration as a whole is not something that is very blind. I would say that is the key. That inspiration isn't a blind thing, but really a guided idea. So if you're looking to be inspired, like I don't feel inspiration right now. It's like because you're just sitting and not doing anything. You have to go out. You have to go out and experience things, read things. That's a hard one for me because I don't like reading. So I watch videos. So I watch videos a lot instead. As well as just looking for new experiences. I feel like a lot in this series I've kind of reiterated things over and over again a few times, but in a lot of ways it's for the same reasons. I come up with the same idea, but tell it in different ways, and this week is really that idea of saying something like inspiration is just a matter of going out and getting it. So that's sort of my idea for today, is that inspiration is not something that is, I feel a lot of aspiring artists feel strangely about. It's like, oh, it's this strange and unusual, mysterious force, this inspiration that kind of comes to us and comes back and does not come back. And it's very odd that way. But inspiration really is a sort of interesting moment, like I talked about back in part 4, that an inspiration comes from an experience and is built from that experience to create a piece of art, and that's the idea of inspiration. Now there are some ideas. Sometimes I wake up from a dream and I have an idea. If those of you that remember when I was more dominantly making films, I did a short film called Poison, and that film was pretty much specifically inspired from waking up from a dream and having an idea. There's actually a number of stories that I've written, or at least starts of stories that I've written that have come from dreams. But even in that sense, dreams, from what people say, are just sort of collections of memories in our head. They're the culminations of things we've experienced that we don't necessarily know we're experiencing, and they're just sort of there, and then they come out as an inspiration, as an idea, as a story or a song or a painting or whatever that happens to be. And that's what I find to be most interesting about inspiration, is that for different people that means different things. So for me, an inspiration could be trying a new art material, seeing what it could do. It could be playing with shapes and shadows and forms at their core basic idea, but having my memories, having my inspirations of, I really like this thing, and that's sort of the concept of an inspiration, is something you really like that comes out through your imagination in other ways. So you're taking something you've seen before, and you're just reinventing it and making it new again. And when you make art, that's what it is. You're taking the things that you like, and you're remixing them. You're making them new, and that's really what an inspiration, I feel, is. An inspiration is something you like, something that you can relate to emotionally, spiritually, or just through a life experience. Maybe something that you personally have experienced, or something that you would have liked to experience. For me, I love adventure stories and adventure games, and role-playing games where you can take on the appearance or character of a character to experience their story. And that's something that's really cool to me, that people have created these little worlds where you can take yourself on a journey with that character. And in my work, that's what I try to do, is I try to create a world where the viewer can go to distract themselves from their daily life. Because when I paint, that's what I do. I've often said that painting is overglorified escapism. Because for me, when I paint, everything goes away. My worries, my concerns of life and day-to-day stuff, and even stuff beyond day-to-day stuff. Family issues, issues with friends, horrible things that I'm going through. Everything goes away, and I just focus on the painting, and I get lost in this world that I'm creating. And I hope that the work that I do does that for other people when they look at my work. So I kind of got a little bit rambly there, but I feel like it's worth saying, because that's what an inspiration does. An inspiration is something that takes you out of your element, brings you into that world, and then through that world you are inspired to create something of your own. So that's something I thought was worth talking about this week for another episode of How to Be an Artist is the name of this series. I had a tutorial planned. I didn't get it done because, one, I'm lazy, and two, stuff gets in the way. I've said this a lot this year because of the new house and everything. Things have gotten in the way a lot, and it's harder for me to make videos now than it used to be. So when I do make videos, I feel like it's more special. And when I do a video like this, I feel like this kind of video means more. At least sort of inside, it means more than just doing a tutorial. Because to me, a tutorial, like, yeah, it's plain, it's simple. This kind of video is more of a vlog. It's more of comes from the heart, and that these kind of videos mean a lot to me, and they're worth. I feel like they're worth as much, or if not more, than a tutorial in the long run. So be sure to subscribe for more art videos like this. I've got a new artist interview coming up next week, as if I can get it done, hopefully a tutorial as well. I'm not sure how things are going to schedule in exactly yet, but should be good. So again, subscribe for more, and this has been from Cineblock Studios, from my front porch, realizing that my drink is now probably cold. And I'll see you guys next time. Sun's starting to set. It's reflecting on everything. It's awesome. really cool. Jesus. Wow.